I watched as he practically dived into a snow pile. I waited for a few moments, and there he was again, snow in his messy green bundle of hair. I couldn't believe how adorable he could be sometimes. I watched him gracefully move across the ice. The sharp, frostbitten wind tainted his face with a light pink. He pushed himself to go a bit faster and leaped into the air. Oh, how I wish these moments would go on forever. I watched as he ran from a harmless bumblebee. He screamed when it got too close and ran to hide behind me. When I let it land on my finger, he screeched and hurried up the trunk of the old willow tree. When I looked up, there he was staring down at me, his smile brighter than 1,000 stars on a pitch-black night. I watched him pick flower after flower and weave them together. He attached each end together and lightly placed it among his green locks of hair, green eyes shining with excitement, before going back and repeating the process. I watched as his hands moved, clearly familiar with it, before placing a similar crown on my head. I watched as he took a running leap into the blue pool water, despite the scolding from the lifeguard. I watched as he surfaced, and his sparkly-like hair flattened against his head. I laughed lightly after he swatted away the bits covering his eyes. I watched as he peeked at me. I watched as he climbed out of the water to drag me back in with him. I watched him as he ran back from the sparks. He sat down on my lap as the red, white, and blue fireworks lit up the sky. His eyes sparkled as he giggled and waved around a sparkler, drawing shapes in the air. He blushed and kissed my cheek and ran off to light another. I watched as he ran up to me in the schoolyard, eyes sparkling and green shining. I watched as he pouted when we had to separate for class. I saw the subtle glances he gave me while we waited for the old building's bell to ring. I felt his soft skin as he grabbed my hand for the venture home. I watched him as he went up, my eyes curiously following him. I saw him looking down at me with a smile, while tears ran down his face. I watched the wind blow through his hair. I screamed and tried to catch them. I ran faster and faster. I watched as the life and light drained from his emerald eyes.